Can you do me a favor real quick? Like, just a quick favor. Stop. Just stop. Stop everything you're doing. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Stop worrying about if those people like you. Stop worrying about that bad grade. Stop worrying about that bad day at work. Stop. Just stop. Stop fighting. Stop trying. Stop relying on yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we're fighting a fight that has already been won. I might not need to go that deep into detail because it's very simply said. We're fighting a battle. We're fighting a war. We're getting in the midst of everything when it's already been won. That day Jesus was on the cross and said, "It is finished. It was finished. It is finished. It's going to be finished." Every worry in your life, every trial, every tribulation, every bad day, every good day, every victory, every failure, every celebration, Jesus is right there. When you're in your bed and you're crying and you do not know what to do, Jesus is there. When you told God you weren't going to sin no more but still sinned, Jesus is there. We were born into sin. So it was our fleshly desire to sin. It's what we want to do. Our nature is to sin. So we were born into the sin. But because Jesus Christ died on that cross, we can live like it never existed. So you no longer have to live in your past. You no longer have to worry about what's to come, what's going to happen. You no longer have to worry about anything that is going to happen. And if you were a true follower, if you were true with your relationship with Jesus Christ, you wouldn't be so scared about the second coming because you know where you would go, right? So why are you worried about that? We've gotten into too much business that we have not been asked to go into. We're walking in the doors that God has not opened for us. We're doing these things that we think we're pleasing God doing, but in our reality, it's the other way around. We're pleasing the devil. Because you think God opened that door just because it's appealing to your eyes. But what if God's no? What if God's unanswered prayer is your answered prayer? Because what if God's no is better than your yes? Remember the first time you got saved? And you were so on fire for God. Like you were straight on a Jesus diet. You wanted to eat, sleep, repeat Jesus every single day for about a week. Then you fell back into temptation. Then you felt bad and too guilty. Now look, you're farther from God than you've ever been. Imagine if you never given up. Imagine if you told yourself, no, I'm too far to go back. Imagine if you prayed instead of giving into temptation. Imagine if you went all in for Jesus. Where would you be now? How much more potential would you have grown into? What would your relationship with Jesus be like now? But no, we want to be worried about everything else. But no, we want to think that we have to do this and that to be cool, to fit in. We think we have to have friends to be loved. Because that was my problem. I searched for love. I searched for validation in all the wrong places. But just like you, I had the hole in my heart the size of Jesus. The hole that alcohol could not fill. That, whether it was temptation, peer pressure, vaping, doing things with girls, whether it was slipping up and saying a bad word, partying, none of that filled that void. Now, don't get me wrong, it did for a little bit. Because the world is fun. And if anybody ever tells you that the world is not fun, they are lying right to your face. The world is so fun. The world is so fun. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, honestly, I'm asking you one-on-one conversation. Like, nobody's around right now. Like, woo! Like, nobody's around right now. I don't know who's around you, but what are you going to do? Remember, you don't have to let the world change who you are to change the world. You don't have to let the world change who you are to change the world. This is what religion does. Religion changes the outside while Jesus changes the inside. Religion will get you dressed up in these fancy clothes as when Jesus will get you a fancy heart. I just want to tell you that God's love for us, God's love for you is so reckless that he does not care what happens to him as long as you are okay. He wants you. He wants a relationship with you. He wants you to say, hey, God, I'm here. He wants you to say, hey, God, I need you in this moment. He wants you broken, drunk, high. He wants you with that disorder. He wants you with that mental illness. He wants you in chains. He wants you raggedy so he can fix you. Not the world, not yourself, not your parents, not your friends, not your family. So he can fix you. Just stop. Stop fighting this world. Stop going against it. Stop doing these things that you have no business doing. Like, what are we doing? We just got into this relationship with Jesus Christ. Now we think we're all that in a bag of chips. We still are nothing. We are nothing without Jesus Christ. You call yourself a Christian. But how many times have you been reading your Bible a day? Do you set times to pray, or do you just pray to God like he's a friend? Do you go to church to Sundays and then repeat the cycle every week and then go to church Sunday again? I'm sorry to burst your bubble to whoever this might offend, but church is not a building. Just because you go to church doesn't mean you're going to heaven. Church is you. Revival is not inside of a building. Revival is inside of you. How bad do you want it? You know, every single day we get so loud talking about secular things with our friends. What we did with that girl, the type of music we listen to, the dances, the partying. We get so loud. But as soon as Jesus or religion gets brought up into anything, why does everybody want to get quiet? Why does everybody act like it's not mandatory? Like it's not necessary to get into heaven? Yeah, I go to church. Yeah, I'm trying to fix myself. I'm trying to stop cursing. Stop trying. Allow God to do it. Because you can pray all you want. You can read your Bible all you want. But if you're not doing anything and expecting God to do all the work, you're wasting your time. Before you can fix that person, fix yourself. And how can you help a stranger find Jesus when you can't even help your family find Jesus? Stop trying to tell that person what he's doing wrong when you're doing just as bad. And stop blaming God for your mistakes. Stop blaming Satan for your mistakes. Satan didn't make you do that. He didn't make you sleep with that person. Satan didn't make you slip up and fight that person. He didn't make you slip up and steal that from the store. No, you did that. Why'd you do it? Because it's in your heart. Your desire was to do that thing. But I don't want you to fix yourself. I want you to let God fix you. I don't want you to let the church fix you. I want you to let God fix you. I don't want to fix you. I want God to fix you. But when you're done watching this video, what are you going to do? Stop. You're in good hands. I promise.